Welcome to War India News Hour. Digital is the future when we think of any transformation. A new study says many organizations are not prepared for the IT needs of the future, with many believing that a rapid transition to cloud computing is required if they are to achieve their digital transformation aims. The enterprises and SMEs are looking to accelerate IT modernization by leveraging cloud models, that is both public and hybrid, data, AI, automation and other key technologies to help shape, scale and manage more effectively massive complex global architectures. At the same time, only few forward-looking companies are looking to add digital twins to their operations. Digital twin is a digital model of a physical object, system or process. They can be used to monitor, analyze and simulate their physical counterparts. But implementing digital twins can be tricky for companies that are unfamiliar with this technology. A question arises, what must organizations do to avoid issues and succeed with digital twins? The digital twin in combination with AI powers companies to reimagine how they develop products. It is possible for even the simplest static product to become living products. And it ensures companies can deliver an evolving experience for their customers. The pandemic has accelerated adoption of new digital ways of working practices. Indian firms are most bullish on embracing digital ways of working, as 52% agree the pandemic has accelerated the adoption of digital ways of work practices. A recent market study by Cognizant reveals that while most Asian businesses were quick to respond to the pandemic, Indian companies weathered through the pandemic much better than most of their regional and Western counterparts. Only 36% of companies in India, that is compared to the regional average of 44%, experienced slightly negative to a very negative impact on their business performance in 2020. Let's look into today's headlines in War India. Citrix to acquire work management platform Wrike for $2.25 billion. Citrix is on the sphere to enhance its platform to include new collaborative work management capabilities that enable companies to simplify work execution and boost employee effectiveness and productivity by automating and streamlining team collaboration as well as unifying workflows across all employees and work styles. It is planning to acquire software as a services, that is SAS collaborative work management platform Wrike for $2.25 billion in cash. Together, Citrix and Wrike will deliver the solutions needed to power a cloud-delivered digital workspace experience that enables teams to securely access the resources and tools they need to collaborate and get work done in the most efficient and effective way possible across any channel, device or location. Cognizant to acquire Magenic for an undisclosed amount. Starting 2021, acquisitions of companies has caught its speed. Information technology major Cognizant announced its third acquisition in this January month as the company continues to expand in key strategic focus areas. The new acquisition of Magenic Technologies, a custom software development services company, for an undisclosed sum. This will expand Cognizant's software product engineering footprint, adding 475 employees in the US across 7 locations and more than 350 employees in Manila, Philippines. Post-acquisition, Magenic Associates will become part of Cognizant's Softvision, connecting Magenic's expertise with Cognizant's global software development capabilities. The Seoul High Court convicted Lee, vice chairman of Samsung Electronics, on corruption charges. A Seoul court sentenced Lee Jae-yong, South Korea's biggest family-run conglomerate, the Samsung Group, to 2 years and a half in prison for corruption charges, including a bribery case involving former President Park Geun-hye. The prison term for bribing Park and her longtime friend Choi Soon-sil to win government support for a smooth transition of managerial power at the tech giant. The 52-year-old Lee was charged in February 2017 with giving 29.8 billion won, that is $27.4 million worth of bribes, and promising to give more. Microsoft enhances limit in the file sizes. Now 4K or even 8K video files can be shared with teams and clients. Microsoft has raised the limit of the file size for all Microsoft 365 customers on its OneDrive file storage platform to 250 GB, up from the previous 100 GB limit. Support for 250 GB file size upload in SharePoint, Teams and OneDrive will roll out by the end of January, with general availability by end of this quarter. Our latest improvement will help increase the upload file size limit from Microsoft 365 from 100 GB to 250 GB, which includes uploads of files into SharePoint, Teams and OneDrive, the company said in a statement. Moj breaches 100 million downloads on Google Play Store. Moj was launched on Google Play Store on July 1st of 2020. The domestic short video platform Moj announced that it has surpassed the 100 million download landmark on Google Play Store. The platform took about 6 months to achieve this feat, becoming the fastest short video platform to reach this milestone. There are many advanced features and the app empowers its community of users with powerful creation tools backed by robust editing capabilities, a vast music library, camera filters and special effects for users to create highly engaging and fun original content. WhatsApp must maintain sanctity of personal communications, says Ravi Shankar Prasad. While speaking at the 15th India Digital Summit, Communications, Electronics and IT Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad noted that national security will be the central with regard to exposure of international companies, including those from China, in the country. He further said all digital platforms, including WhatsApp and Facebook, must maintain the sanctity of personal communications. You are free to do business in India, but do it in a manner without impinging upon rights of Indians who operate there, he added. Further, he said the government is looking into WhatsApp's privacy policy changes. The government has reportedly written to WhatsApp asking the messaging app to withdraw the recent changes in the privacy policy. Dunzo raises $40 million from new and existing investors. Dunzo said it has raised a fresh $40 million from new and existing investors. The investment, part of the company's ongoing Series E financial round, saw participation from Google, Lightbox, Evolvens, Hana Financial Investment, LGT Lightstone, Aspara and Alteria, among others. The fresh capital will be used to expand in Mumbai, Chennai and Pune, its fastest growing markets. We are writing a playbook for how hyperlocal businesses can be built, co-founder Kabir Biswas said. The startup said its gross merchandise value, that is GMV growth, has doubled over the past year. HDFC Bank handovers its digital outage control plan to RBI. HDFC Bank Limited has reportedly given a plan to the Reserve Bank of India mentioning ways to fix repeated breakdown of services in the bank's technology platform over the past 3 years. Srinivasan Vaidyanathan, CFO, said the plan will fix issues related to digital outages. In December, RBI had barred HDFC Bank from launching digital initiatives and signing up credit card customers following repeated outages of its services, including ATMs and e-banks, one in November 2018 and the other in December 2019. Sashidhar Jagdishan, HDFC Bank's MD and CEO, wrote a letter to the customers and had apologized, saying sometimes not being able to live up to your, that is customers' expectations, and assured that the existing customers can continue to transact with the bank without any concern. Nidhi Razdan files police complaint in Delhi over fake Harvard job offer. Cybercrime is on rise and seems it will continue to the next level. Recently in news, former NDTV journalist Nidhi Razdan, who had earlier claimed she was a victim of a phishing scam, has filed a police complaint that she had been the victim of a phishing scam that gave her a fraudulent offer of a position of an associate professor at Harvard University. Delhi Police's cybercrime cell will look into Razdan's allegation of a fraudulent job offer. She filed the complaint regarding commission of offences including forgery, cheating and identity fraud, among others. Government inks deal with Amazon to build quantum computing lab in India. the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, that is MeitY, will establish a quantum computing applications lab in the country in collaboration with AWS to accelerate quantum computing-led research and development and enable new scientific discoveries. The MeitY Quantum Computing Application Lab will provide quantum computing as a service to government, ministries and departments, researchers, scientists, academia and developers to enable advances in areas such as manufacturing, healthcare, agriculture and aerospace engineering. AWS will provide hosting with technical and programmatic support for the lab. The lab will be the world's first quantum computing applications lab on AWS to support a national government's mission to drive innovation. Summing up, although the digital revolution is 74 years old, it's kicking into second gear now as per the Cognizant. The first phase saw the dominance of big tech giants in the West leading the global digital agenda. The second phase will be marked by AI, automation, analytics and IoT, all of which are more aligned with industry and business strengths in APAC. Indian firms are most bullish on embracing digital ways of working as 52% agree the pandemic had accelerated the adoption of digital ways of work practices. Indian companies currently generate 12% of the total revenue from digital channels, that is highest among APAC countries. By the end of 2023, they aim to take their digital-driven revenues to 17%. The top three forces that will have a strong impact on work in India by 2023 are hyperconnectivity, as billions of people, machines and devices become connected, that is 49%. Concerns about security and privacy related to business practices would be of 46% and process automation will be of 44%. Top 5 skills that will become more important in 2023 are decision making, that is 62%, analytical 54%, learning 55%, strategic thinking 54% and communications for 54%. Top 3 technologies that companies are leveraging to augment business processes are AI with 40%, sensors or IoT 35% and big data and analytics 35%. With this, let's wind up for the day. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to VARINDIA News Magazine. You can download the VARINDIA app from Google Play Store for the latest news and updates. Stay tuned and have a nice day.